Hello YouTube, this is Anthony. You've probably seen a couple of my videos on here. I've got about 30 floating around here on YouTube. And this video is like any other I've done. I'm usually doing product reviews or I'm telling you about a product or a service. Today I'm asking you your advice. It's real simple. Um, I am internet marketing at home. So a laptop is critical to my success and my goals getting achieved and my income, okay? And as with that, how much I spend on getting that done really affects the bottom line. Okay, it's a home-based business. I'm not a multi-millionaire or anything. I mean, I do okay, but I don't want to. I can't get one time a year. Long story short, to spend a big chunk of money on one big product or one purchase. So today, what I'm coming to you with is this. I need to know if I need to go with the Apple laptop, a MacBook, not a MacBook Pro, not a MacBook Air, but a MacBook, or the PC, another PC. Okay. Now, if you watch any reviews, y'all all know I've got an HP Mini right now. That's what I'm doing this video with 2 gigs of RAM, a 250 gig hard drive, obviously a 10-inch screen, and I upgraded from Windows 7 Starter to Home Premium. Got that out of the way. Not a bad machine. I'm not complaining, but I need something a little bit bigger. When I go do presentations and stuff like that, I need an optic drive. This thing does not have an optic drive. I do have an external, which is very frustrating to carry around. Thus, we're in the market again for a very reliable computer. Whether it be PC or Apple, I really don't care at this point. I just want something that's going to work and get the job done. But the cost has got to be relevant to the value. Okay, so here I've already laid out the schematics. Did not got some of the time. I know you can buy a MacBook for $9.99, but that was basically a netbook configuration. 2 gigs of RAM, already got that in my netbook. 250 gig hard drive, already got that in a netbook. So I look for more of the how you say desktop replacement format. Okay, so here we go. If I go with the MacBook and I bump up to 4 gigs of RAM, a 500 gig hard drive, I add iWork. That's a really low productivity suite from what I understand, and I add a VGA adapter because Apple's don't have it, and I get the 3-year parts and labor Apple Care plan, and I add the Apple mouse. I have to have a physical mouse. I've got a mouse, now on my netbook. Um, if I do that, it comes in at $1,670 plus tax, which in Tennessee runs this total purchase to $1,837. Okay, if I go Apple, basically it's gonna be $1,837. Okay, if I go PC, I know there's many brands to choose from, and if any of you know me, I hate Dell computers. So I know I'll probably get comments on it, and that's fine. I've worked for Dell, and I have good reason not to like it. We'll just leave it at that. I'm not going to go into a lot of slander because that's not very ethical, but I have a reason not to like it. And thank God for the First Amendment right, I can say what I want to about it. So what we're based on is going to HP. Okay, I know a lot of you out there probably don't like HP. I know a lot of you do. HP is the biggest PC manufacturer at this time. Of course, that changes probably every quarter. But right now, first quarter of the year, HP is the biggest producers of PCs and selling. Okay, and I've been using one for a long time. Okay, I've had a couple different ones. All right, now I'm looking at an HP DV7 laptop, and this thing will have a 500 gig hard drive. That's based on today. Of course, y'all know how the market goes. In a month, when the money time comes, they may actually have a 640 gig out there, or even bigger by then. Don't really know based on today on an advertisement I see in the paper. That's based with 500 gig of hard drive at 5,400 RPMs, 1 gig of dedicated video card. I noticed the Apple didn't say anything about dedicated video, so I don't know how much y'all that think it goes. I think it's got an NVIDIA 9400. I think that it wasn't really shown on the link that I was on. With 4 gigs of RAM in my HP, I'm looking at Microsoft Works 9, which will be installed in it. It already has a VGA, so I'm not having to spend no extra money for an adapter sticking out the side. I kind of like that idea. Uh, I don't like all these extra cores to get the one thing done. So that was the one pro to me on the PC side. Did have a VGA cord already integrated. Or, of course, by the time that it comes time to spend this money, that maybe I'm sure they have HDMI. I don't know how HDMI is plugged into these new into my old projector. I'm gonna have to get a different projector. That would suck. Okay, and that does include buying a, a mouse because it won't be the one. It won't be like this. This is a white one. This matches my Torrid edition netbook, and that'd be kind of gay to have a. Uh, I'm sorry if I didn't mean to offend anybody. If you are gay, it just slipped the tongue. Uh, but either way, if I go PC, taxes, having a product in my hand with the warranty, accidental insurance for 2 years, it comes to $1,620. Okay, 1620 go high end PC, or 1837 and go pretty high up on the MacBook chain. Okay, so we're looking, not tragic. Okay, I know it isn't tragic. There's about a $140 difference there. Long story short, but $140 is $140. All right, $140 will I can do things with $140, and I'm real leery to go into the Mac game without some input and some advice because I've never owned a Mac. So that's why I'm coming to you. If you are a Apple fanboy and have never used a PC, don't really give much input because you've never used a PC. I'm not looking for fanboy criticism here. Okay, I'm looking for relevant. If you're a person who's got a PC and you've used Apple, or if you're Apple and you've been using PCs, you know how both of them work, and you've had experience on both on an even level. If you used a PC back in Windows SE and you hated that experience and now you love it on your new Mac OS 10, that's not relevant. You're up 8 years ahead, so it's not fair. I'm talking about modernly. If you've used a Mac in the last year and you've used a PC in the last year, and they're both updated, what this should probably be, it's a fair and unbiased opinion. I would love to hear from you. I'm really concerned about compatibility issues. Will my presentations that I make on Open Office work on Mac, or will I have to redo them? Um, how does video do on the Macs? I'm not saying it's bad. I know that's part of their thing is video more than likely. Um, I have a lot of concerns I just don't really know how to address. Compatibility issues. If you're doing a complete change or going from one thing to another, to me this is a really big deal because I work at home, and so if I have a lot of issues and I go down for a week, I'm not losing just there ain't just $130 difference. There's a week's income difference there. So we got to figure out the ROI, or return on investment. If this computer is only going to cost $130 more and the value exceeds the cost, I'm not going to complain if it's not going to be a horrible transition. But if it's going to be a really bad transition, it's going to be really hard to adapt from one to the other, then I'm very concerned. I am interested in the apples for a few reasons. A lot of the people that I go to conferences and stuff with, they have apples. I'd say I'm just guessing, looking at the room. Most of them, we'll do it that way. Most that by looking with my eye, are apples. The guy who does the presentation is using an apple. The guy doing the conference is using an apple. I'm probably one of the very few doing presentations on a PC, but I have no problem with it. I'm fixing to get what is it called? Pro Show Producer. I'm fixing to start playing around with that presentation software, and yeah, and that's important too. Will Pro Show Producer work on a Mac? Will Open Office work on a Mac? Okay, and let's see what else. I know my iPod will work on. Obviously, that's made by Apple. My digital camera, it has an SD card. I don't know that the MacBook had an SD card. I didn't really say on the thing on the website. It's got to have an SD card. If it does not have an SD card, I do not want it. All the digital cameras that I use have SD cards, and to me that should be standard nowadays. Um, but just getting back to some comments and see what you think. Those of you out there who are using Windows 7 Home Edition right now, if you've got an Apple and Windows 7 Home Prem right now, I would really love to hear from you because they say that Windows 7 starters is really close to a Mac operating system, and I love it. I'm using it right now on this netbook, making this webcam with 2 gigs of RAM. You couldn't even do nothing with 2 gig RAM on a Vista machine. And according to the resource meter, I'm using 42% of my available resources. And I'm on the also got my internet turned on, my Wi-Fi's on. I'm fully loaded up, and I'm doing a video at the same time. So I'm really impressed with Windows 7. I'm not saying I ain't. I'm very impressed with it. By far the best operating system Windows has ever created that I have personally used. If you have any comments or suggestions, please comment or hit me up on this link over here. I guess Yeah, there'll be a link over here somewhere, and just click it, hit the contact us, leave me a comment, please. And it's got unbiased.